How you doing, guys? If there was a hazard in your community, a dangerous situation, would you not warn the community, warn your friends, warn your neighbors, warn your coworkers about it? Even though you may not be legally required to do so, would you give them a heads up or would you stay silent? No, chances are you would give them a heads up. There may be no legal requirement, but you have a moral obligation to do so. I just got finished watching The Witnesses, the first part on oxygen. And although most of the information wasn't new, it reminded me of why I left the organization to begin with. This is where Ecclesiastes 3:7 is so misapplied. There's a time to remain silent. We all know that when a child molester in the organization is disfellowshipped, or when anybody is disfellowshipped, they never announce why. But they also don't warn the congregation that there's a potential danger in that congregation. When they're reinstated and they feel like they've gone through their penance and they allow them back in, no heads up is still given. So now those kids in that congregation and in the future face the same danger as the victims in the past. When they're out of the organization and disfellowshipped, it's also never taken to the police. And in many states, they're not legally required to do so. But this is where the moral obligation comes in. Because when these sick individuals are released from the organization and the police aren't notified, then the kids outside the organization and the general population are now at risk from these predators. And this is where you are morally obligated, Jehovah's Witnesses, to step up and inform the police regardless what the society told you. That's a moral obligation, and that tells me where your morality is at. Sorry thing, when I was disfellowshipped almost 4 years ago, I was pretty tight with a few of the elders, and even after I was disfellowshipped, I had no ill will towards them. That was just the way it is. I understood I was going to be shunned. I accepted that. They have to follow those rules. After hearing some of the things that I heard that told me that you, the elders in the congregation, knew about this, you followed the instructions from the watchtower, so you agreed to this. This is why you're still elders. Otherwise, you wouldn't be elders. So knowing this, I'm viewing you guys in a totally different light. It's funny how you can shun me at your will when you see me, and you have been for almost 4 years now, which, like I said, I'm fine with that. You've approached me 2 months ago. So you can approach me when you feel like it and shun me the rest of the time. Here's the deal. After watching that video, it would be in your best interest, and these are even the elders I knew well, it would be in your best interest to stay away from me. Don't ever approach me again. Do not come to my door, because in that case, I will let you have it. And yes, I will upload it on my channel. As far as warning the public, now I've done the door-to-door ministry with you for quite a few years. I am also now doing the reverse, because a few people I know are having current dealings with Jehovah's Witnesses, and I am giving a heads up to my neighbors. I'm giving a heads up to my coworkers. I'm telling them what Watchtower is all about, because I am morally obligated to do so. See, they don't know what goes on in the organization. The average person doesn't realize it. The average person thinks that, oh, they're very religious people going door to door holding Bibles. But they don't realize the corporation that's behind it. See, I am taking that warning to them. For all the witnessing I did when I was in, I am doing just the reverse. And I am warning people that I know, co-workers in the neighborhood, past neighborhoods, and I'm giving them a heads up on you guys. And this is why I do the YouTube videos, to give a heads up out of my reach. And this is why we're all doing that. I haven't seen the second part of Oxygen yet. And to be honest with you, let me put it this way, I'm in a very foul mood this morning because of it. I've had to do this video over twice because I was just that flustered. But guys, I am giving a warning, and there's nothing you can do. For the witnesses who know me in my hometown and in the surrounding towns, just remember, everybody you're speaking to, I may have already spoken to. Because I'm doing more unwitnessing now than the witnessing I did when I was in the organization. And I am giving as many people as possible a heads up on the evil organization you belong to. But here's something to think about. Your organization pushes Romans 13:1. Remain in subjection to the superior authorities. You were told that Jehovah allowed the nations to be put in place, and that includes the legal system. Why? To keep order on the planet. So you remain in subjection to the superior authorities only until it's not convenient to do so. Were you legally required to do so? You still sweep it under the rug. So you follow your own scriptures at your convenience. And this is another reason I walked away from the organization. Guys, kids' lives are being destroyed. When you reinstate a pedophile, they're treated like gold. The kids that have been destroyed in your organization aren't victimized just once by the perpetrator, the pedophile, the child molester. No, they're victimized by a judicial committee where they're shamed, embarrassed, shamed into silence. And then if they choose to leave your organization, they're victimized by their former friends, by the congregation, by their families. Jehovah's Witness elders, what kind of men are you? After what I saw, that told me morally what kind of men you are. Because no one who had any moral values at all could remain an elder under those circumstances. And the guys that I do know personally, I'm looking at you in a completely different light. I'm pretty disgusted by the whole thing and have been for quite a while. This is why I left. But you want to trash my name for leaving the organization? Yet, pedophiles are not. You nailed me for smoking a few years ago, and God forbid that was the biggest sin that could have possibly been committed. You know something, guys? You approached me not too long ago, but it would be in your benefit in the future never to approach me again. Never come to my door. Don't even so much as look at me in my place of employment. As a matter of fact, I may in the near future start approaching you. Because if you approach me in the future, it will be uploaded on my channel, just so people can see your faces. And I will be asking you some hardcore questions to see if you actually can answer them. Anyways, guys, I'm kind of flustered this morning. If I mispronounced anything, sorry. But I will talk to you guys soon. You guys have a good day.
Are you Vinny?
Yeah, can I help you?
Oh, I thought I recognized you. You used to come to the Kingdom Hall, right?
Yeah, used to.
Oh, I missed seeing you.
Yeah, Rosalie drove by. She goes, I think that's Vinny. But I don't
Yeah,
know
what
you.
can I do for you guys?
I'm just
I
saying
was just
hi.
saying hi.
She
Oh, okay.
recognized you.
See? Somebody thinks about you. Been doing okay?
Yeah, I've been doing great.
Good.
Nice. Well, I'm Tim.
How you doing, Tim?
Good. Very good. All right. Well, she recognized you, and we just wanted to stop and say hi. So, thank you for your time.
Okay,
Appreciate
you guys
it.
have a
You're
good day.
welcome back for us anytime you want.
Okay, well, thank you.
Alrighty. Have a good day.
You too.